100 subscribers, 100 subs on YouTube, almost 1 year of YouTube, and basically 1 year of podcasting. I don't know when I'm going to release this because I don't know when I'm going to hit 100 subscribers, but I assume it'll be pretty soon. So I'm just going to use this opportunity to talk about my content, things I've been thinking about. I've been thinking of a new series, an EDH deck template. So the idea of this is, as you've seen with my Before You Brew series, I like to think about decks a little differently. I think just doing deck text, and that's the only way that people talk about decks, it's a little limiting. And I think that I could try and, change that. What I do is I have like an Archadeck link or something, and then I have different categories, and I tell people, pick 10 of this, pick 20 of this, whatever it is, and I just have long lists, Maybe there's pick 10 ramp, and I have 20 ramp cards that are relevant. And for the video portion of it, I would say examples of those categories. I'd explain how it works. And I'd tell people, pick this many of this, and here are some examples. And those examples would probably be the most likely ones you would pick, the ones that are the most powerful or the most significant in those categories. And then you could just go through and you could pick exactly how you want. I'd have some custom spots, and it'd just be a great way to build a deck in a different way. A completely new way to build your deck. You just make a copy, you choose which things you want, and you're done, right? Like, it's a lot easier, and I think it's just a cool idea that I want to experiment with. The next thing is my 1,000 subscriber goal by 2 years of YouTube. So this is very, very ambitious, honestly. And I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I think that I'm gonna try, and I think I'll be able to do it. So, first of all, I've been doing very well in the last 2 months. And now that I do have some traction, about 30 subs per month, roughly. I think I got like 36 this month and like around 30 last month. I'm sure I can maintain this. And I do think I can build upon this, especially during spoiler season. One thing I can do in order to hit that 1,000 sub in 2 years, I can get on the EDHREC content page when I get to 300 subs. I emailed them when I was really, really small, and they said that they were not doing super small creators anymore, and that there was a minimum. So I can apply to do that, and I think that could give me a huge boost. Also, when it's summer, I can put more time into my content. To be clear, I am in high school, and I am 15. Just thought that was relevant, first of all, because I have a face. You can see my face. You can probably tell that I'm not a 30-year-old man. And you could probably tell that by my voice to a certain extent, too. I have this on YouTube, and I have this on, all podcasting platforms. And basically, when I first started, I just started as a podcast, because I listened to podcasts, and I didn't want to have to deal with also video. That's just another layer that is just complicating things. So eventually I thought, I'll just upload the content to YouTube. I'll stick a still image like my logo. I'll stick my logo there. I'll upload it to YouTube. And then, get extra traction, extra views, all that stuff. And I did that. And over time, I was like, okay, well, let me make a custom thumbnail. Okay, well, let me switch between, a couple different images. Okay, well, let me get a screen recording of my screen while I'm recording, because I have relevant information that I'm looking at, and I'll put that as my thing. And then I was like, okay, well, this is fine, the screen recording, but what if I just took, pictures of cards, art of cards, and I just, edited in afterwards in post. There's just cards, going along, doing their thing. I'm showing the cards I'm talking about. I'm showing the effects that they have on each other. And over time, I just got better and better at this and made it more detailed, less just pauses on images, more transitions and stuff. I just kept on getting better at this. And I think the next evolution is Facecam. But what I'm saying is I kept on focusing on YouTube. Because YouTube, it's just, there's more aspects I can improve on. Plus, there's a lot more feedback. For my videos, like, if I released a news video on YouTube, it had a very high likelihood of just going off. So I knew, okay, let me keep doing that. And if I did a deck tech for a commander that was recent, that was new, that people were talking about and they cared about, well, that was likely to do well. So I just got this feedback from YouTube of what to do and what not to do. Whereas with podcasting, it was all over the place. Like, first of all, I didn't have anything, like, pretty successful on it. Like, there was one video, one podcast, that had, like, 70 views, and that's it. I just didn't know what made things do well on podcasting platforms, and I didn't know how to build an audience. And now, over time, I'm just focusing less and less on it, which isn't really that bad of a thing, because if I'm talking, and the base content is my talking, and just, my face, or the visuals, or whatever, is a secondary thing that just supports the talking, which I think is what YouTube videos should be, then it typically depends on what you're doing. But if I'm doing that, then that's not an issue, right? I don't know. Let me know what you think. And another thing is making things shorter, which for YouTube is definitely a good thing, and it definitely helps. I don't want to be putting, the 1-2 hour videos onto YouTube. But for podcasting, that's not really an issue. That's extremely common. I don't know if that's still a thing people want. Like, I just don't really know. I don't have a great system for feedback. There's not comments, and the analytics just aren't as good. There's not very many people searching for, say, a Corona deck tech or a Gishath deck tech or something like that on a podcasting platform. They're doing that on YouTube, which is why I just get a lot more feedback and a lot more information when I'm doing this, which pushes me to focus more on YouTube. I don't know if this is an issue or not, but it's a thing I've noticed. Another thing I'm thinking of is, should I be kid-friendly? Like, should I curse or not? I just really don't know. I don't think I've ever cursed in this content before because I didn't know the answer. I was like, do I want to? Do I not? And my middle ground of, I don't know was not doing it. So I really don't know whether I want to do this or not. Because, first of all, it's just an annoying, limitation. But at the same time, I as a person, don't curse that much. In speech and typing, I do all the time. But I just I don't curse that much, and I don't want to make it harder for a certain audience to consume my content. It's just a limitation that I don't want to add, but at the same time, I'm adding a limitation to how I can talk. I don't know the answer to this. Let me know what you think. So you can do this. Join my Discord. You can leave a comment. If you're on podcasting, you can't leave a comment. As I said, less feedback. But join my Discord server. That's a great way. And yes, I'm in my basement. It's a pretty janky setup. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time.